their shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air, eluding the pressure right. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capped.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he stopped immediately there.
Number 27.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, Aldridge. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
And it's 3rd down.
Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's their third drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
So they have the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
16 yards, a first down. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there because when you give him different looks, and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football. And that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back to the air on second down, Tagovailoa. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Complete to Saquon Barkley. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Tua. side to Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
With the score, Jaguars 12, Steelers 7.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away. And look at this, it's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And you don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Barkley on the handle.
There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
46-yard line.
The Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
And
Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this 1st half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Dancing to his left. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it public.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Alex Highsmith able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
2nd and 13. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw?
It got his man complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Thomas, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Caleb Chason. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
15 yards. It's now 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. He's going to launch it for Washington. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time. Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Buying time to his left. He'll run it. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Over the dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Out of the gun now on third down. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Tua wants to throw it on second down. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That third down conversion good for 23. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's third down.
And less than a yard.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. That's caught by Hollister. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Setting to throw on first down is Tua, eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
On the keeper. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Sanders' kick is good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in this last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And this carries into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. CeeDee Lamb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
Brandon, they just got the ball, and already they're in the end zone, and you're getting ready to talk about the PAT. That was fast.
Lambo on for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Jaguars 19, Steelers 10.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
44, Mike, 44. Let's get that.
Here's Tua. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
The pass.
Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Steelers' 42-yard line.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Escaping the pressure right.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or... Two shy of the 10.
Keep making plays like that, baby.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Aldridge. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Rolling to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
At the 37-yard line.
Now Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play. But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for.
And that'll make it 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
K'Lavon Chaisson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
A loss of 9 brings up 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within one score.
All hope not gone yet, but at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within one score and have a motivated defense take.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game. And this is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure, because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To a hit, and the ball is out. And the Jags grab it. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
On 2nd down now, Aldridge. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
They'll drop to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. CeeDee Lamb with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
The score, Jaguars 32, Steelers 10. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jackson.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On second down, Tua. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Intercepted by the Jaguars.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. They'll keep it on the ground. Aldridge, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On second down, Aldridge, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Josh Lambo.
As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass.
And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. I'm coming after you. No, street. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm coming for you. You mine.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll let this is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his throw is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's third down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
Fourth down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. And it's brought in by Washington. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Not much there, only a yard. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means that.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 5.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching.
And my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
One final try for Tagovailoa. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score, Jaguars 46.